What is up? What's going on? How's everybody doing? I'm recording this because while I drive, the signal isn't strong enough to come live. So unfortunately, it's just me and myself, me and my car, me and my thoughts. Listen to a little bit of Deepak Chopra, The Way of the Wizard. The Way of the Wizard. It is, that's my best Deepak. So enlightening that you cannot but bask in the exquisiteness of the universe as it unfolds before. Guys, I'm going through a huge spiritual journey. Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I had to unload some of these thoughts because they were just like swimming around in my head, and this feeling I've been like seeing. Like right now I'm passing an address that says 5555. I was in getting some food and it said 11 right on the top. I see all these numbers, right? I see all these patterns that show up inside of the world, inside of numerology. I read into them. My understanding or my belief, 5511, right there. It speaks to think that we're on an adventure to understand the higher level of consciousness in the universe. It's a pretty big thing to like say, because it's like, what are you even saying? I remember when I was a kid, I remembered this just recently, that as a kid, I was looking at the world being like, something, 888, passing a driver's thing right there. Something's missing, or there's something going on, and I don't know what it is. This is me like under 10. Like something I have to figure out. Something I need to know. Or there's something that's going on that is going to require me, or I'm gonna have to figure it out somehow, something, some way. I'm gonna have to figure something out. I'm not sure what it is, but I know that there's something missing, or that there's just something doesn't seem right. And I held this idea for a very long time in my life, and coming full circle to this past month of being triggered, emotionally vulnerable, family moving, landlord stresses, new place stresses, going to get mail, family coming to visit us, like a lot, baby dog, like a lot, newborn, a lot of stuff. And I had to take time off from sessions because like, you know, you gotta keep focus here. So took some time off. I'm kind of back on it right now, and started with some personal development. I got a library full of audios, pull it all up. I want to say Merlin, but really what I want to say is Deepak, because Deepak Chopra is talking about, you know, the ways of the wizard, and he quotes Merlin a lot. I'm just going to see if I can fix this, because obviously my phone fell as I was recording. Technical difficulties, no big deal. You can edit that out. So he talks about the wizard and the way of the wizard, and he speaks about Merlin and Arthur and the teachings inside the crystal caves and all this. And it's this mystical teaching of how we are a part of everything, and our body is just a localization of events that the universe is experiencing. Like, that's about of a big thing to wrap your head around. And I was just in awe of, like, what do I tell people? Because I read numbers, I read people's charts, I read the individuality to which your environment, your past, the time you were born, all of these identities start to swirl up and swirl around you, that it makes me feel almost as if there is a bigger collective of the universe that wants to separate itself so it becomes aware of itself. Very interesting concept. Very, very interesting indeed. What it has brought me to realize is that it's all good. The crap that you have to deal with isn't that tough. You're still alive. You are not going to be like the sun will rise again in your things happen to us in life in general, and we get very sad about them. I am currently dealing with a list of issues and I was reading this book, and I've read this a few times, so I'm not going to quote the book because it's just a constant theme. The problems don't disappear. They either increase, they progress, things like don't. Nobody's free of issues or problems, and I even take this from a personal experience when I had no kids, no wife, no house, no job, living in my parents' I want to say basement, but on top of their garage, inside their house as a 30-year-old, 30-something. Like, that's depressing. It was a failure to launch. This is what they called me. And I was just, like, the biggest problem I was dealing with was my ego and my inability to get my shit together. And that's a problem. How about now that we have rent, expenses, I drive a car, I got kids, I go to school, I still have problems. There are different level of them. And even to the point where I see some people who want to do business with me and they take a payment plan and then they don't pay me. And yet I see them on social media spending money on other things and things like that. I'm like, okay, great. So there are people who select their priority of problems and they select their priority of situations, but then they won't hold themselves accountable on a financial scale. I get it. I'm not worried. I know the risk going in. I know the issue of what happens when, you don't act in integrity. I get it. It's not easy, and we all deal with this kind of stuff. I remember doing that as well. I remember dodging debts, having thousands of dollars of debt and credit card bills, and it was one of those realizations that I realized it's all good. You think that by solving an issue or a problem that you're going to be happier. You're not. A new problem is going to take its place. So you have to get with it on the idea that there are going to be things that happen in your life that are going to pause you, stall you, break you, challenge you, and eventually one day kill you. You are not going to be alive forever. So until that final inevitability of losing your life, you may not want to lose your cool. You may not want to lose your composure, your posture, your ability to think that there is a solution ahead of you. It's one of those realities to think that, as they say with alchemy, that you can turn lead into gold. And I believe this is true, that we take our energy and we turn it into immense value. And some people are thinking value like, oh, he's just talking to make money. Some people can also see value to think he's talking to free people from the shackles of feeling like I don't have enough, or I'm not good enough, or I can't figure this out, or there's something that's blocking me. I get it. I absolutely understand that feeling. I've been there. I still am there at different topics in different places of my life. But the difference that I find now is that I will not allow a situation, a problem, a challenge, a block, a defeat, a negative XYZ into my life, and I will not allow that to derail the bigger vision and the bigger version of what I'm here to accomplish. So take it from me, take one from my book here. You're gonna have problems. I'm not gonna get enough sleep. I'm not gonna get enough this. I got too much this. I wish I had more of that. Get real. You need to upgrade the power of your problems. And sometimes that means you have to upgrade the power of your mindset. When I'm taking a look at people's charts and I see myself in them, I recognize the fact that I am a piece of the universe learning about who I am. And also that we are all the same. There are only 9 numbers. When I get a chance to see how they spread in over 30 something different places in your life, there's a chance that we're all going to hold on to self-defeat, self-problems, whatever we show up, self-worth. I know I have my list of issues myself, but the thing is that we're all the same, and we're all experiencing a recognition of ourselves. So what I work with you, what I do with you, is to help the universe understand itself once again, and to give you that equation of who you are is one of the most powerful and relieving gifts that is available for you. So that's my little message for you guys today. Just wanted to drop that for you. I know it's kind of a weird thing to think about. You're okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to get through this. You're going to get through all of the problems you have, but you're also going to get more. So you better fall in love with the challenge, fall in love with the pain, as they say. I love you guys and appreciate you guys, and you have a great rest of your day. Take care.